Hey guys, thought I'd dictate here what's going on. So, as you see, I get jolted as I'm out diving. I've got some Roy on my stringer in the back, and Kumu. And I'm swimming along outside of the reef and some of the coral heads in the deeper section, and as it turns out, I get blasted by a couple sharks. When I looked back over my shoulder, I saw one going completely aerial, and some other thrashing, and so I'm like, oh man. So I cut it short. There was some extensive swimming, about an hour's worth, and then I eventually made it over the reef. Couldn't understand what was going on. Why did I have constant tension? Why was I getting towed back every once in a while? What was the deal? Um, Managed to get into the reef, as you see, and tied off the float line to a coral head. And then this is what I swam out to. Remarkably, somehow, some way, this shark had lassoed itself. You see that the float lines through its mouth, and the tuna clip somehow reconnected back onto itself over the dorsal fin of the shark. It was quite the experience, quite the fight. Uh, can't say that I ever want to do it again. I just don't understand how he even managed to loop himself like that. But crazier things happen. Fortunately, after catching my breath and relaxing for a bit, I mean, you can hear my breathing. It's not steady. My heart rate's through the roof right now as I'm watching this shark just cruise around, wondering what I'm gonna do. But I eventually calmed my nerves, or didn't. I'm not even sure. But thought, the Hawaiians, they respect the shark. They believe ancestors get embodied into the sharks, and I didn't want to hurt this one. So when I swam out and I saw that he was clipped off like that, I knew there was a way, or I knew that what I wanted to do was, instead of shooting the shark in the head, was to somehow unclip that tuna clip. But as you can see, I took my time, looked it over. The shark wasn't being aggressive. He was pretty worked. We had just done a battle, and so I let him do some loops, and I slowly started pulling in on the line, and you'll see he just kind of came to a rest on the reef, just kind of dropped, gave up, and that's when I dove down on top of him and kind of straddled him and unclipped the clip. Just wanted to make sure that he didn't, decide to reach back and give me a bite for no reason. So I kind of laid down on the back of him, and once I cleared the clip, I tugged it, and he shook, which you won't be able to see in the movie, but he spit it out of his mouth essentially and took off. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Me versus the shark, I win this time. I got in as close as I could to the reef. I was out past the reef and dragged him in. And I tied off my buoy, the coral, and thank goodness he somehow he looped himself completely in my line, but I managed to save the shark. Didn't have to hurt myself or it, so I'm pretty stoked.